Hi, boss.
Hi.
Sorry to record, but you're just part of the public or whatever. No disrespect to you. I'm just curious why sorry for leaning on your car if that's a problem, but I'm just curious why I have the Catoosa County police officers, 7 of them, appearing to be severely inebriated under the influence of speed, and why my court case was dismissed after it appears that my grandfather was murdered. With his last words being, "The cops are hurting me, they won't let me out of here except for Mike Moffett." I'm trying to find some good officers.
Who's Mike Moffett, by the way? Just help
The
me out.
person who got with the bank, with Ken Poston, with Emerson Russell, who's got all that money from,
Okay.
I'm getting to, from doing his police uniforms.
Yeah.
They used the bank and made a last-minute will while my grandfather was 80, and they tried to do that with my grandmother, and it didn't work because she had a will when she was 60, and so did he.
Okay.
And nothing was listed on the new will. I can't get any of the officers to help me.
So, where was the will drafted? Let me help you with that first.
It was from David Bunton at First Bank, Horizon, Tennessee.
Horizon, Tennessee. All right. Was that the one? Do you know the branch location?
I do.
I
It's
might know the management. That's why I'm asking.
over by Gun Barrel, not the one on Gun Barrel, but before by Food
So
City,
Tennessee, up off of Ringgold Road.
where Barbara is.
So that's your first stop location. The bank itself, if they drafted the will,
Oh, it's done.
the uniformed officers though won't have a placement. You hear me over that? The uniformed officers you're speaking to that I know nothing about the case. I'm sorry, but I could try my best to steer you in the right direction because that's what it sounds like you need some direction.
Yes, sir.
How long ago was that incident?
March 17th, 2023.
Okay.
My YouTube channel has 20.21 million views,
Wow.
and about 6 million of them are
That's all
here.
gone right there.
Yeah, all this election stuff going on has been part of that.
So get with bank manager first. Ask them your questions and concerns about the will itself. Because the law enforcement officers you're speaking to, I'm trying to figure out their grouping to your question in regards to the will itself. And so once you get that will situated, do you have a lawyer?
I got shafted.
Did you? I'm sorry to hear that.
So, have you ever heard about the Tri-State Cemetery scandal?
Heard the verbiage. I'm a
They found 350 bodies from the crematory, and they're finding hands and arms in people's yards. And Ken Poston's a part of this crap. And if you would, you don't got to, but the channel has a lot of this information on there, like the full arrest video.
Yeah.
And I'd love to talk to you again because I don't have nothing against anybody. I just want, just like you want, a safe neighborhood, accountability. And if the other officers are high, then that's making it dangerous for y'all.
So who you're saying? the
Landon.
officers were-
Officer Landon, Josh, and some others.
Best case is get up with who our bosses are.
I did.
Did you?
Gary Sisk.
Did you? Yeah.
Vanita Hollander was a part of this. James Davis saw it happen. He's part of the Catoosa County.
Okay. Yeah, that
It's pretty deep. It was straight.
It's not a me thing, and you probably recognize this bald head by now if it was me. So I can't speak to any of that only because I wasn't there, so I'm not privy to the information, and I'd be speaking with wrong verbiage either on their behalf or even on your behalf because I wasn't there, so I can't sit there and say anything that would be slanderous to you because that would be not fair.
Right. All I'm really after for is for you to know the truth.
Yeah.
Because it's bullshit that you are cleaning up the streets that they're putting drugs onto or taking drugs from.
That's all right.
And it's not, I understand it's a very national problem and they don't pay police officers very well. But like I said, I don't know if you'll be over this direction tomorrow or something. But
I don't know any given day where I'm at. Like right now I pulled over just to see if I could crack out a smidgen of this report that I got. And that's why everything's laid up, keyboard's out, because I work when I'm able to on certain things because we're just going from here to there to there. I just cleared an accident, and who's to say this time of day. Another one doesn't happen because everyone's trying to be interrupted home for dinner.
I understand.
So I can't speak to are you working here at this location?
No. But if anything, just get out to your other fellow officers if that seems appropriate.
Yeah, and again, the camera thing doesn't bother me none. You've probably seen that right from the moment you walked up.
Yes, sir.
I always have a camera with me, right? Yeah. I've been actually doing this job before here in a different state where cameras were up mainstream. They were up there before they came here, to be honest. I've been working with cameras on my body for almost 10 years, so I'm used to seeing cameras. It does not bother me at all. It doesn't bother me. It's your amendment rights, your constitutional rights to do it. Doesn't faze me none at all.
And I respect.
I'd rather you take a picture as long as you got my good side. That's all I care about.
I heard that,
right?
amen.
As long as I grew them today.
Right.
So hopefully it gets better for you. Hopefully it works out. I was not part of that situation to speak to it, to give you good advice if it was on your behalf or for their behalf. Because right now I'm doing yourself a service by speaking, oh yeah, because I heard hearsay.
Right.
Hearsay is not something that any one of us should be acting on. I need evidence, I need probable cause, you know the verbiage that happens. You need those specific accounts spelled out to you so you can have a 100% argument. Right? And so whether I work with the people that you're speaking to or not, I can't speak about their situation because again I wasn't there. And so that word hearsay could potentially pop up only because it's your word versus theirs. I'm not a judge, I didn't hear the case, see the case, anything about the case. So I'm almost ignorant to it,
and I understand that.
It kind of sucks for you because you're hoping for an answer and I can't give it to you because I don't have the right answer for you at the time. If I had the right answer, or my sheriff, as you spoke about, Gary Sis, who's a very good man, whether you know him or not, I can speak that he is a good person. If all the right things are in front of him, he's going to do the right thing because he's morally a good person. Okay, so whether that settles well right now with you or not, you got to know that in time, stuff does work itself out and come through. Right? And sometimes it's not as fast as we want it to be. Sometimes our judicial system, for example, unrelated to what we're talking about, sometimes situations don't work out as fast as they want. Okay? So, heck, I left the city where I policed before. My shift partner was killed. Okay? And that's what our man's on my hand for. That gentleman didn't get his justice as fast as I believe he could have done. Okay, it took a long time. It was almost 3 years. So, and that's for the murder of an officer. So, sometimes these things don't work themselves out as fast as you want, and it's really more of a patience thing. If we can show patience, what's going to happen in the end is there's going to be shown that you let the system do its job without a level of pressure or anything. Sometimes people want pressure because they think by putting pressure on it's going to fix it. Well, then what are you doing? You're speeding through the process, you might miss a few things, right? And that's what I had to learn with that hearing in my part. That there's reasons why we need to take things in a certain pace because we want the details spelled out. So maybe that's what's going on too, and that's why you're not getting answers given in timely fashion to your liking, because maybe the details are lacking. All right? I would start with your bank as well. Get with them. Get the right advice for that other incident that you brought up regarding the wheel. It doesn't hurt in reaching out to the supervision as well again. Hey, I'm just following up. Worst case you're going to say is we got nothing right now. You know what I mean? Because maybe that's the situation. Maybe they don't have something right. And it's not that, because everyone's held accountable at some point. Just because we got a shiny badge on doesn't mean we're immune to anything. I've seen officers get arrested for many things, okay? But I can't speak to these officers because I don't know what you're alleging, right? So I wasn't there. So I can't give you advice on anything that would make you feel better right now.
That's fine. Yeah, if you could just get the word out like I am.
Definitely.
And like I said, it is super silent. Alex Burke.
Okay.
Or a really kind of a
that's the
military term, M6, II, M3. of RU, Russia, M6II, of Russia. That's Ken Poston's charges from the state for rigging elections.
Oh, is it?
And I'm the Ukraine audit whistleblower because of that document. So this, like I said, this situation, I respect everything you said. I love what you said. You're a great man. I can see it in your eyes. You got God leading with you. And whether you know it or not, brother. And straight up, we'll get some accountability. I just want to get the word out to you so you'd hopefully be safe. And, you know, we're all safe, obviously.
All right.
But,
do the right thing, good things will come back. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just do the right thing. Keep your head straight. Make sure you don't just let other incidents dictate your actions on a daily basis, right? I mean, something over here might have not settled well with us. For example, again, I gave you my example. Everyone just about around knows that, you know, I had that incident in Virginia. So it's been blasted on the news. So we have to just move at the pace at which is going to be the right pace. We just can't force feed the situation.
Right? And you're speaking right to me, because I did some forceful stuff yesterday, and I dropped it, because just like you're saying to me, you're already inflecting into my situation through God. That's why you're already on the mark with what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
it's important. Just if it's a lesson learned, what you just said, you spoke to that you learned from yesterday, bottle that up, right? Walk away with that information you've gotten, because that's good information that's now going to steer you in the right direction to make the right choices at a later date and time. We all want those bits of information in a timely fashion. Sometimes it's just part of my language, but it sucks. We're not getting it as fast as we want it because we want the answers now, right? And sometimes it's not in the now. It really isn't.
Well, like you know, it's a very multi-layered game, and sometimes we want the work and accountability that they're asking us to give to them, because we know what results are. Right. And we're ready for those results, because we don't even got to talk about what's going on in our country right now. We already know.
That's right.
So,
well, I hope it works out for you. I really do. I mean, it don't matter who you are and who I encounter. Everyone deserves, you know, to be treated right and treated as if, I always tell people, treat that individual like you want your mom to treat you.
yep.
And so, just, you spoke a second ago. You learned from something yesterday. That's what we're working with now, right? We had other moments before that may have curbed us into thinking in a certain direction. But it sounds like we have a lesson learned yesterday that's going to be probably vital going forward in our decision making. Whether it be your concerns about certain law enforcement, units up in Tennessee, the banks, all these individuals, just pace ourselves. Do the right thing, because if we go in just commanding and demanding attention and results, they might be like, not now, and they'll push you aside, and it might be not fair to you, right? And so if we show a level of, you know, and about ourselves, like we're being mature and adult, you know, stuff like that, how would I want to be treated back if roles were 180'd on me? You know what? Think about it like that. Like, for example, you came up, I didn't know what you're coming up for. Will you relate to this guy who's doing all this landscaping behind us or not? I can't sit there and just speculate. Oh, he's whatever. You know what I mean? What do you got? I'll listen to you. I'm cool with it. I ain't got no problem with it. But that's how you got to actually approach all your concerns right now, is
at God's pace instead of the pursuit of the flesh. So,
fair enough.
And I got a little,
all that.
Just got a little bit too into it.
You're 100% on that. Yes, sir. I hope it works out. I do.
I hope to see you again, brother. You're a good man.
Right. Take care of yourself. You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Have a good one.